Hi everyone, it's me. So, I could not wait for your responses. So, I actually made up my mind myself, and I decided, I'm just gonna read a page a day, because why not? Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. I'm feeling sick. Um, this is the book we're gonna be reading today. Lord of Flies. We're reading the first page of it. Oh, and the book is by William Golding. By the way, I got this book on Amazon. Okay, let's do this. Chapter 1. The Sound of the Shell. The boy with fair hair lowered himself down the last few feet of rock and began to pick his way toward the lagoon. Though he had taken off his school sweater and trailed it now from one hand, his gray shirt stuck to him, and his hair was plastered to his forehead. All around him, the long scar smashed into the jungle was a bath of heat. He was clambering heavily among the creepers and broken trunks when a vision of red and yellow, flashed upwards with a witch-like cry, and this cry was echoed by another. Hi, hi, it said. Wait a minute. The undergrowth at the side of the scar was shaken, and multitude of raindrops fell pattering. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Wait a minute. The voice said. I got, I got caught up. The fair boy stopped and jerked his stockings with an automatic gesture that made the jungle seem for a moment like the home continued countries, like home count count counties, home counties. The voice spoke again. I can't hardly move with all these creeper things. The owner of the voice came backing out of undergrowth so that twigs scratched on the greasy windbreaker. The naked crooks of his necks of his knee were plump, caught and scratched by thorns. He bent down and removed the thorns carefully and turned around. He was shorter than the fair boy and very fat. He came forward, searching out safe log lodge I'm sorry. Lodge lodge okay, safe lodgements for his feet, and then looked up through thick spectacles. Where's the man with the megaphone? The fair boy shook his head. This is an island. At least I think it's island. That's a reef out in the sea. Perhaps there aren't any grown-ups anywhere. The fat boy looked startled. There was that pilot, but he wasn't in the passenger cabin. He was up in the front. The fair boy was peering at the reef through screwed up eyes. All them other kids, the fat boy went on. Some of them must have got out. They must have, mustn't they? The fair boy began to pick his way as casually as possible toward the water. He tried to offhand and not too obvious, uninterested, but the fat boy hurried after him. Aren't aren't there any grown-ups at all? I don't think so. The fair boy said so and sullenly, but then the delight of a realization and ambition overcame him. In the middle of the scar, he stood on his head and grinned, and reversed and the reverse fat boy. No grown-ups. The fat boy thought for a moment. That pilot. The fair boy allowed his feet to come down and sat on the steaming earth. He must have flown off. He must have flown off after he dropped us. He couldn't land here, not in a plane with wheels. We were attacked. We was attacked. He'll be back all right. He'll be back all right. The fat boy shook his head. When, sorry. When we was coming down, I looked through one of the windows. I saw the other part of the plane. There were flames coming out of it. He looked up and down the sky. And this is what the captain done. The fair boy reached out and touched the jagged end of a of a trunk. For a moment, he looked interested. What happened to it? He asked. Where's it got to now? That storm dragged us out of sea. It wasn't half I'm sorry. It wasn't half dangerous. With all the trees trunks falling, there must have been some kids still in it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm reading 1 page a day. Sorry if it was 6 minutes. Sorry for the mess ups, by the way. I mean, I have read, chapter 1 and chapter 2 and chapter 3 in a day, but, some of these words are hard to pronounce. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll read you, if I'm correct, 9 and 10 tomorrow. Stay tuned.